Hello, everyone. So today is St. Patty's Day. It's St. Patrick's Day, and welcome to Into the Dell. Into the Dell. Even got my Irish cookies here that I made. So there you go. Excited, celebrating part of my Irish heritage. Got some of the green in my hair and all that jazz. So I just gotta say, welcome. And so it's been a busy week so far. Well, it's a busy weekend. Angela and I were even looking at a house. We won't be buying that one, but we did look at a couple. Well, actually, we looked at a couple of houses, but we won't be buying those. But it doesn't hurt to look and get our feet wet, so to speak. So we know there'll be others. So we're not getting discouraged. Also, I went to Walgreens yesterday and got a free 8x10 by Walgreens. So shout out to Walgreens. And then tomorrow, I will bring this 8x10 that I got to Hobby Lobby to get it framed, get a custom frame done. So I'm looking forward to that. Once I get everything framed and all that, I'll post it on here. But yeah, so there's that. I was going to do it today, but Monday Night Raw came on earlier than I thought it would, so excuse me, it comes on earlier this week, so kind of had to rush back home to watch Monday Night Raw. So there was that. But it was a good day for a Monday, not bad. Wish I would have called in though, because if I would have called in, I probably would have went to the Kansas City St. Patty's Day parade. So I know next year, if I get a chance next year, I'll probably call in and go see that, because I've never been to the parade in Kansas City, and I've always wanted to go. So maybe next year I might call in and just say fuck it and call in and go. But yeah. So after this, I'll probably be drinking some garage beer. So that lime garage beer. So there you go. That'll be my St. Patty's Day drink for the night. So getting into this. And then watching some St. Patty's Day movies. One of the movies I like to watch is Leprechaun, and then Angela, she likes to watch Luck of the Irish, which I like that one too. So, and then speaking of movies and getting into it, so I got a top 10 list just for St. Patty's Day, since we're doing a St. Patty's Day thing here. So before I get really into everything, so the top 10, since I haven't done a top 10 in a while, top 10 things to do for St. Patty's Day. So number 10 is watching the ladies do the river dance. I like watching that, or guys too for that matter, but mostly it's women that do the river dance. So, but I enjoy that. I enjoy watching people do the river dance. I think it's really cool. Number 9 is listening to Irish music. I really like doing that. It's why I love Irish Fest in Kansas City, because you have both going on. You have people doing the river dance. You have Irish music, so I love going to that later on in the summertime. Maybe we'll get to go again this year. Time will tell, but that one's usually a lot of fun. But yeah, number 7, watching my favorite movie, The Leprechaun. Well, actually, yeah, I skipped number 8, I guess. Number 8 is watching Luck of the Irish with Angela. Number 7 is watching Leprechaun, because that's my favorite one. So there you go. Number 6, wearing green and seeing everybody else wear green, which a lot of people at my factory weren't wearing green today. It was kind of depressing a little bit, but nevertheless, I did see a few people wearing it, so it was like, cool. Number 5 is eating shepherd's pie. That's one of my favorite things to eat on St. Patty's Day. I think it's the closest thing I can get to Irish food, other than maybe cooking a lamb. But I don't know if I really want to eat lamb, so I go with that. Number 3, drinking beer. But it doesn't necessarily have to be green beer. The lime, I'm pretty sure the lime garage beer that I'm drinking is not green. It's just lime flavored, which is fine by me. Um, but yeah, I think that's as close as I get usually to drinking. That's the closest I get to drinking green beer is drinking lime flavored beer. So there's that. I guess I could have had a Guinness though. Guinness would have been good for this time. Usually that's what I drink. When it comes to this time of year, I'll either drink because it doesn't necessarily have to be beer. So probably tonight too, I might have some Jameson. Change it up and have some Jameson tonight. I might do that too. But yeah, I usually either have Jameson mixed with Coke or something like that, or I'll have Bailey's mixed with chocolate milk, or Bailey's mixed with coffee or something. And although that's kind of more of a morning thing, or I'll have Guinness because those are Irish drinks. So. But there you go, drinking alcohol, I guess. Beer or alcohol, but drinking alcohol on St. Patty's Day, because, hey. Number 2, the bed races in Sedalia. I don't know if anybody else does that, but I know Sedalia does. It is freaking awesome to watch on St. Patty's Day, or at least St. Patty's Day weekend. So I look forward to that. I really want to participate one of these years and with our own bed and see how we do, but so far I haven't been able to get anything started yet. And then number 1, the St. Patty's Day Parade, whether it be in Sedalia, Kansas City, although I haven't been to that one yet, wherever. I love St. Patty's Day Parade, so I say that would be my number 1. So, although I did forget in this, the McDonald's drink for St. Patty's Day. I like those too. The Shamrock Shakes. But yeah. So, I know later on tonight I'll probably be taking some St. Patty's Day pictures around the house before I take the decorations down tomorrow or the next day. Because I know pretty soon we'll be getting ready for Easter, so I'll be putting Easter up. So there you go. That is all I got for this. So without further ado, I'm going to get into first Monday Night Raw, and then we'll get into my questions of the day and Missouri Day of History. So doing a recap of Monday Night Raw tonight. First, John Cena came out, and he was complaining about the fans because the fans have turned on him. That's what happens when you become a heel. Although he said he's not a heel and he's not a babyface, he's a human being, and we should treat him like one. But I mean, you're in wrestling, so you're either a heel or a babyface, and right now you're a heel. Or he can't make his mind up of which one he is, I guess. I don't know. Tonight he looked more like depressed John Cena than anything else, which I've never seen a depressed John Cena, but he definitely looked depressed. Cody Rhodes and by the way, it was a really long segment. Good, but it was long. Let me put it this way. It was good at first, but it got really long. I started getting bored. Angela started getting bored. Finally, Cody Rhodes comes out. I think he kind of saved the day, more or less. But he comes out and he tells Cody Rhodes, or tells John Cena that this is not the John Cena he wants to face. He wants to face the real John Cena at WrestleMania. Whether he's a heel or a baby face or what he is, just come and be John Cena. More or less, be John Cena, not a bitch. threw the mic down and left the ring. So I thought it was pretty hilarious. But anyway, um, yeah. So I don't really know what to make of that segment yet. I don't know if we're going to see more of John Cena as time goes on before we get to WrestleMania. If we're going to see the two, in fist before all this is said and done. Or there's just going to be a lot of talking between the two of them. Maybe The Rock will come back and he'll put his 2 cents in. I don't know. Time will tell. But at any rate, Penta and Kaiser then have a match. No disqualification match. So at one point, Kaiser is using a chair on Penta because he wants Penta to be afraid of him. So he says, "Now are you afraid? Now are you afraid of me? Just say you're afraid of me." Well, that got Penta fired up. So he fights back. He gets control of the chair. He gets Kaiser to back down. But I guess it was a bluff. But nevertheless, I mean, Kaiser still ate the chair. In fact, he tore Kaiser up. He ends up winning that match. And then he makes his intentions clear that he wants to challenge for the Intercontinental title. Excuse me, which is currently being held by Braun Breaker. So I was kind of excited about that when I heard that. Like, ooh, that would be a good match. Braun Breaker versus Penta. That might be something. So after that one, after they do all of that, Dakota Kai beats Ivy Niles. Even though Niles, because actually that one was a surprise. Any other time it wouldn't be, but with Niles kind of had backup with American Made and Chad Gable at ringside. So I figured it's going to be a numbers game and she's probably going to lose. But then the LWO comes out and they even the odds. So Dakota Kai gets the W. I thought it was a great outcome. Dakota Kai now gets her revenge or justice or whatever you want to call it against Ivy Niles after Niles kind of attacked her on her way to the ring to challenge for the women's Intercontinental title. So it was nice to see Dakota Kai get some payback. So right after that match is over with, then Io Sky comes to the ring. Her Bianca Belair are going to have a contract signing. They kind of made it short and sweet to the point. I'm trying to think of his name now, but Paul Pierce is out there and with the signing. And basically, it was just Io Sky says, "You are not going to disrespect me. Rhea's not going to disrespect me. Bianca is not going to disrespect me. I am the champion. And after WrestleMania is over, I'll still be the champion." Okay, so now we got Rhea Ripley's name being mentioned. Even though she's not out there. So that was kind of a clear indication of what was going to happen. But nevertheless, the two signed the contract. And like I said, it's pretty much short, sweet, to the point. Paul Pierce is over there like, "Thank you, ladies, for being so respectful and all of this. This was an easy contract signing." And then Rhea Ripley comes out and she says this is BS. And says that she's going to basically kick Io Sky's ass because for slapping her last week on Raw. So, and she basically comes out and she cleans house with Belair and Io Sky, puts them both through a table. Well, not through the table, but puts them on a table. I think the table was supposed to collapse, but it didn't. But that's okay. The statement was made. Rhea Ripley then sees the contract laying on the mat of the ring. She picks it up, signs it, and then walks away with the contract. So time will tell. I mean, the three of them ended up brawling later on in the segment. So time will tell, but I think Rhea Ripley will be added to that match. It's a no-brainer to me. I think she'll be added to that match. We'll have a three-way match for that belt. But then we have LWO versus American Made. LWO gets the easy win, but that's when Chad Gable, or is it Chad Gable with that mask, comes out and beats up on LWO, gets a drop on them. I'm beginning to wonder really if it's Chad Gable, because some of the moves that I saw, I'm like, okay, those are definitely luchador type moves, and I don't know if Chad Gable knows luchador. Maybe he does, and they're just not telling us yet, but time will tell. Like, I don't know who it would be, but I'm thinking maybe another luchador may have got signed, and so maybe American Made has got a new luchador in the group, but like I said, time will tell. So Seth Rollins comes out, and he's complaining because of the attack that he got from the Tribal Chief last week on Raw, when the Tribal Chief came back for the first time since Seth Rollins attacked him. So, and then of course he's also insulting CM Punk. Neither CM Punk or Roman Reigns were there, so they're not talking. They didn't talk to Seth Rollins. Just a lot of Seth Rollins complaining about the two of them and mocking them, and that's pretty much the size of it. So, and then he said he'll see both of them on Friday, so on SmackDown. Then finally we have the ending of Raw. We have Braun Breaker versus Finn Balor for the Intercontinental title. So Braun Breaker had to fight off he had to fight off Balor and the Judgment Day, because Judgment Day were out there too, helping him out. And prior to that, Dirty Dom said about making Penta a member of the Judgment Day. Well, in this segment, we find out later what Penta thinks about this. But because Breaker does win, he does beat Balor despite Judgment Day intervening. He does end up beating Balor. But Dirty Dom starts beating up on Breaker right after the match is over. And that's when Penta comes out, and he pretty much delivers his message that he's not pretty much anyway, with his actions, that it doesn't look like he's joining the Judgment Day anytime soon. He actually helps Braun Breaker, but then he ends up challenging Braun Breaker at the same time for the Intercontinental title. So we'll probably see that match at some point. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a good match. Yeah. Braun Breaker versus Penta is something we haven't seen, so I'm kind of looking forward to it. I think, don't get me wrong, I think if it happens, Braun Breaker will probably keep his belt, but nevertheless, we just haven't seen this match yet, so it's definitely interesting. I like what they're doing there. So, all right, so that's what I got for y'all. And now, as far as nerd stuff goes, that was the only nerd thing of the day, other than celebrating St. Patty's Day and drinking some alcohol later. But and please drink responsibly. And if you're not if you're 21 and younger, do not be drinking. That's all I gotta say on that one. But we're moving on. That's my public announcement. And these cookies are good. Alright, getting into it. Questions of the day. Questions of the day. Alright, so March 17th. March 17th, 2025. Well, I was hoping for a St. Patty's Day question, but instead we got, how dependable are you? Well, I'd say I'm pretty dependable. Like, for example, today especially with my friends and family, I would say, but also with work, I could have called in today. I wanted to call in today because it's St. Patty's Day, but I still went into work because I want to be that dependable guy. And also, I went to, I had a phone call today from Angela's mom. Of course, it was a butt dial. I wasn't aware of that at the time, so I did message her back right away and see if she was all right. Of course, she was, but there again, I mean, I want to be dependable, so there you go. Um, Not just with work, but with my family and my friends also. I think being dependable is a very strong suit, and it definitely demands respect from people. So I carry that with honor. If they respect me because I'm dependable, then I hold that badge with honor. So there you go. All right, now to these questions. See what we got here. See where we're at. Fortune cookie. No, I haven't answered that question. Huh. Oh, here we go. I was on this page. I kept passing him like, what the hell? Like, okay, yeah, I'm on this the page I keep trying to turn. Have you ever had an adventure babysitting? No, I have not, and I don't want to. I guess in a sense I did at one time. I don't really call it babysitting though. I stayed at home with my sister, but at that time she was kind of old enough to watch herself, so I didn't really count that as babysitting. So, no, I never babysitted anybody that I'm aware of, and I don't know if I really want to. How shy are you when you meet new people? Depends on who I'm meeting. I will say that. It depends on who I'm meeting. Some people, yes, I get shy around, and other people I don't. And I can't really tell you the reason behind it either. I'm trying to figure that out myself. Certain people I just get shy around, and I just don't know why. And other people I have no problem opening up to. I don't know why. I can't figure it out. But for some reason, it's just certain people, and like I said, I can't put my finger on what makes those people different. But for some reason, I don't know. It's kind of weird. What's your favorite accent? Irish. I wish I had the Irish accent, actually. I think my second favorite is Australian accent. But Irish is my first. How fast can you say the alphabet? I have no idea. I never really time myself, so I know I'm not going to do it right now. I don't feel like it. Not that I can't do it, it's just I don't feel like it. So, no. What is your favorite movie that was based on a book first? Probably the Harry Potter saga. I would say those. Right now, it's those. Um, yeah, I would say those. Although a close second, very close second, would be Stephen King is my favorite author. So I like a lot of the Stephen King movies, and I would say 1408. If you haven't seen it, see it. It's a short story by Stephen King, and I really love that movie. So still one of my favorites that he has done. What is your favorite thing to challenge people to? A nap contest. We can see who has the best, who can nap the longest. I'll probably lose, but it's all right. At the end of the day, we all got a good nap, so we're all winners. I think that's what I challenge people to nowadays. Because I haven't challenged anybody in a while. You know, I'm really trying to get into, although I am trying to get into D&D right now. So at some point, I might challenge someone to D&D. But right now, not much. Maybe Mario Karts? Mario? I like Mario games, so I'll challenge you to a Mario game. I might lose, but I'll still challenge you. I like not Mario, so old school or new school, it don't matter. I like Mario. Or Donkey Kong. I like the Donkey Kong games too. Actually, Donkey Kong was my favorite. Mario was my second favorite, so I'll go with Donkey Kong. But at any rate, last question, and then we'll move on. Have you ever been, or would you ever allow yourself to be hypnotized? I tried to be hypnotized once, but it was actually by a fellow student back when I was in school. I made him believe that he hypnotized me. I mean, he really believed it. To the point where when I tried to tell him, like, no, I really wasn't, dude. I was trying to make you feel good, but no, you really didn't do it. Because he thought he could get other people, and I'm like, okay, I better let you know. And he wasn't believing it. He thought he really got me, so I was like, okay. But yeah, no, I never really tried a real hypnotist. I'd give it a shot, see if they could do it. But so far, no. Alright, so here we go. Missouri, Day of History. Now that we got the questions out of the way, let's get to the 17th. And then we got the tarot card deck, I think, tonight, and then that's it. So, alright, so March 17th. We know it would be about the Kansas City St. Patty's Day parade that I brought up earlier. It's 1978 is how far we're going back. Kansas City's St. Patty's Day parade hits the big time. Although St. Patty's Day parade in downtown Kansas City is an annual tradition, it almost became just a memory. The event started in 1873, but declined significantly in the 1970s. When it would be called the world's shortest and worst parade. Local Irish leaders had enough of the meritocracy and decided to resurrect the KC tradition in a major way. In 1981, they became so popular that organizers had to move the event downtown, where an estimated 35,000 people turned out, making it the third largest St. Patty's Day parade in the country. So I know I love watching it. Like I said, I've never been to it yet, but I've seen it on the news, and I've seen it on YouTube, and I definitely want to see it live one of these days. Like I said, if I have to next year, I might just call in sick and go. But I definitely want to go. That's on my bucket list. It's a shame I haven't went already. But we have another mention for March 17th on a small note. This one goes back to 1992. You may not know this, but Sam Walton was a Columbia native and is presented the Medal of Freedom from President George H.W. Bush, basically Daddy Bush. For those that don't know, we call him Daddy Bush because son Bush came into office later. So that's how we distinguish the two. He later on became known as Daddy Bush. But the Hickman High School and Mizzou alumni founded Walmart in 1962 and had become the richest man in America in 1985. I knew a lot about Sam Walton, but I had no idea he was a Columbia native. So I do now. So he was raised in Columbia. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right. Well, I found more out than I knew before. So there you go. For all my Walmart buddies, I don't know if you knew that Sam Walton was from Columbia, Missouri, but you do now. And that is all I got for y'all for Missouri Day of History. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. And let's get on to the tarot card. And I'm not going to go what I had before because that was weeks ago. And yeah. And this will probably be the last one I do for this for this deck. I do have one for April, or for March and April. So I will use it. That's the Beetlejuice one. Because technically Beetlejuice came out the last week of March. So actually the last few days of March, I believe, is when it came out, somewhere in there, and the original one. So I'll probably use that deck. After this, I will use that deck probably through most of April, and then I'll find a new deck to use. So in the meantime, here we go. These were already shuffled, I think, so you know what? I'm just for the heck of it, I'm going to flip it around because I was getting a lot of upside down ones lately. So I'll get it right side up this time. I don't think I shuffled them, but I don't think I shuffled them good enough where the upside down, right side up is evened across. So we got 4 of Cups, and when you know it's right side up. So that goes to the top. I don't know if I have enough room to do a top and a bottom here, but I think I gotta make more room, and then everything's about to fall on me. So let me see here. I think I can. I just gotta get a new flat form. If I get that flat form, we're good to go. Oh yeah, we got enough room. All right, so next one. This might be better anyway. Well, you know what? The next one is upside down. So we have Death. So we had Death, but Death was upside down. So Jean. But Jean is upside down. So there's that. So we'll put her, I believe, in the middle. Or no. Yeah, no. I put her to the left. Yeah, I put her to the left. Now we do the middle. Alright, so now the middle is also upside down. Maybe I should have left them alone. We have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. And she was upside down. So we'll put her in the middle. Next, I guess I should have left it alone. We have the 3 of Cups. So there's the 3 of Cups. The one might be Wolverine, but I'm not sure. A different type of Wolverine mask. But anyway, 3 of Cups, and it was upside down. So we'll put it to the right. And then the last card we have is also upside down. Of course it would be, but that's alright. We have the Sun. So the Sun, and it is upside down. So there you go. Well, you know, luck of the Irish for the day. Although having death upside down might be a good thing. I'm not sure. But anyway. Alright, Four of Cups. Four of Cups. It was right side up. You're taking existence for granted. Perhaps you're bored with and life or indifferent to other struggles. Something or a cascade of events has numbed your emotions, wrapping you in a dovent of descent. The time stone controls the past, present, and future. Yours. You have the power to control your present and future and your time. Use it wisely. Discover the universe of unlimited opportunities again. Okay, sounds cool. Although the struggles thing doesn't necessarily, but that's alright. It sounds like I'm bored of my own struggles and perhaps others too. So I have numbed emotions. I basically have no emotions, but I have this stone that I can go into the past, present, and future. Okay, so that is interesting. Next we have death. Death is upside down. See what death has. Alright, so death, Jean Grey, and it is up reversed. The more you resist, the unhappier you become. The change is hard. And I forgot, I normally do this. So here you go. So the change is hard. You're resisting something that needs to end. It's going to happen regardless of what you want. Let go. The fires of the future transform you. The unknown frightens us all, but look at it as an adventure. You're pulled this card for a reason. The Phoenix lights a fire under you to move forward, but don't play with the fire for too long. You'll get burned. Okay, so something needs to end. I don't know what that is yet, but something needs to end. So there's that. Okay, then we have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. So I'm numbed with emotions, but yet I can go through the past, present, and future, and something needs to end, but I don't want it to, and I need to let it go. Alright, so I got all that memorized so far. Alright, so here we go. Queen of Cups. This is Squirrel Girl. Okay, I thought she looked familiar, but I couldn't figure it out. Squirrel Girl. So, reversed. Incident chatter makes you nutty. Emotions. The card does know me well because I'm always nutty. But anyway, emotions and thoughts scamper around while grasping for branches to prevent a fall. Stop. It's self-care time. Gather sustenance for the long winter. Use a bushy tail for balance. It's okay to climb high or go out on a limb, but remember, if you fall, you can't help the ones you care for the most. Okay, so I think it kind of goes with death pretty much. So basically, my emotions. At first, I was emotionless, but now I guess I go through past to present and future. So maybe now I got my emotions back after I figured that out. And something has to end, but I don't know what it is right now. But something has to end, and I don't want it to. But I need to. My emotions and thoughts are now everywhere because of this thing that probably needs to end, I'm assuming. So I need to start gathering stuff, basically prepare for whatever it is what it sounds like. So be prepared, kind of thing. Be prepared. All right. That's what I'm going with anyway. So now we got 3 of Cups, and it is upside down. Luke Cage and Iron Fist. So I was completely off. Alright, and now one was reversed. Drowning in business, commitments, and work. You've lost connection to those you care about most. You're becoming stale and stagnant, losing your sense of humor. When was the last time you had fun? Stay true to the real you and reconnect with those you cherish. It takes comfort, but it's worth it. Don't cut yourself off from the world. Okay, so I'll remember that. So I should not cut myself off. So going back through. So I don't really have any thoughts or emotions. I'm kind of like bored or whatever. But now I got this stone that can go through past, present, and future. So I need to use it wisely. Something in my life has to die, and I don't want it to, but I need to let it go. And at the same time, I need to be prepared for what's coming, and basically be prepared. And but at the same time, don't get wrapped up in work and everything else, and find time to have fun and reconnect with my friends and family. And last but not least, we have the sun, and it's upside down. So alright, so here we go. The sun. And of course, it's Miss Marvel. Kamala Khan. Alright, so. And Megan, your life, your sense of self. There are no limits. Life burns as bright as the sun. Oh, this is upright. So we're reversed. The spark of joy resides in you, but right now you just can't see it. Right now, perhaps routine, boredom, failure, disappointments are dragging you under. So it kind of goes with the other cards. Time to recharge with the sun's power and Kamala's love of life. It's okay to go through a bad stretch, but think about this. By experiencing this part of life, you won't the other side be so much greater. So, let's recap one more time. So the Four of Cups. So I'm bored, and and because of that, I have no emotion or thought. But I've got this thing that can go help me go through the past, the present, and the future. So I'm basically thinking about my past, my present, and my future. But I need to use this wisely. But yet I know, so through this, I know that something in my future, something has to die, or my present, however you want to look at it. I don't want it to. I don't know what it is yet, so I'm assuming it's my future. I don't know what it is yet, but it has to go. I need to be prepared for. I'm assuming to be prepared for when it goes. Be prepared. But at the same time, don't lose track. Don't lose what's important with my family and friends. Which is kind of what the sun is saying too. Is that I'm so buckled down now with work and everything else that I need to take time for myself and get back with what's really important. So kind of makes sense altogether, I guess. So there you go. So that is what I got for this week. So there you go. That is it. And that's all I got for y'all for this Monday. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I will try to do one of these tomorrow if anything happens. If not, I'll probably do one on Wednesday. Trying to think of what's going on tomorrow. I don't think a whole lot of anything. I don't think there's any, because Raw happened tonight. So, I'll probably try to find out who won the that award show, the iHeartRadio Awards. So I'll probably go over that tomorrow. I might do a special segment for that. So that is all I got for y'all. I hope y'all enjoy the video. Peace out, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.